What did you find under the tree this year? A box of chocolates? A new pair of headphones? For most, a gift is a simple surprise. For the 1%, it's a weapon. Throughout history, some offerings have been so lavish, they could bankrupt a nation. Others were so exquisite, they earned a darker title: the gift of death. Today, we reveal the 7 most expensive Christmas gifts in history. We're starting with an $8 million peace offering and ending with a $1 billion masterpiece, a gift that left its giver to die alone in a prison cell. All figures are adjusted for inflation. Tell me, when wealth and obsession collide, would you even dare to open the box? For the ultra-wealthy, Christmas isn't about love, it's about dominance. While the world agonizes over a holiday budget, those at the pinnacle are playing a different game. They don't just buy gifts, they use wealth to bend reality and push the limits of human imagination. But as you're about to see, these astronomical price tags carry a weight most people can't bear. We begin at number 7, a compensation payment from the glitz and shadows of Hollywood's golden age. Christmas Eve, 1969. The world was obsessed with Hollywood's most toxic power couple, Richard Burton and Elizabeth Taylor. Their marriage was a storm of addiction, public warfare, and betrayal. But Burton knew that in their world, even the deepest wounds have a price. To buy back her heart, he presented Taylor with a monster, a 69-carat diamond of impossible clarity. It was a peace offering carved from stone, a gem that would forever be known as the Taylor-Burton diamond. If 69 carats doesn't move you, imagine this: a block of pure frozen light, the size of an egg, hanging from your neck. To win the auction at Cartier, Burton dropped $1.1 million. Today, that's a staggering $8.5 million. That single stone, resting in the palm of your hand, is worth more than a sprawling Beverly Hills estate, a literal kingdom exchanged for a moment of forgiveness. But the gift was a curse. In her private diaries, Taylor called the stone painfully heavy. It was a physical burden she could barely endure. It was too massive for her ears. The weight threatened to tear her flesh, so she was forced to cage it in a thick diamond necklace just to wear it. The irony? All that gold and stone couldn't save them. The marriage shattered just a few years later. Taylor eventually sold the diamond to build a hospital in Botswana. For her, the world's most expensive gift only found its true value the moment she finally took it off. But if diamonds are too conventional for you, our next entry defines the true meaning of useless beauty. 2008. The global economy was in a violent freefall. While millions of families watched their homes vanish into the winter cold, a Nordic company unveiled a monument to pure, unadulterated excess, the golden astrea. This wasn't some cheap gold plating. Every inch of the frame, every link in the chain, and every tooth on every gear was encased in thick, shimmering layers of 24-karat gold. It wasn't built for the road. It was built to prove that for some, a global collapse is just another chance to shine. It didn't stop at gold. The frame was encrusted with 600 Swarovski crystals, turning a machine meant for the road into a blinding display of wealth. In 2008, it sold for $100,000, but as the world grew more unstable, the price of gold skyrocketed. Today, this 2-wheeled vault is valued at over $1.5 million. You could buy a fleet of Ferraris for the same price, yet you can't even ride it. One scratch, one speck of road grit, and you've destroyed the value of a luxury apartment. It is the definition of useless beauty, a gift designed to be worshipped, but never touched. The bike is an absurdity. Its owner never rode it. They couldn't. Pure gold is incredibly soft. The mere friction of a gear turn would strip the metal away, and you'd never dare park it. Its sole destiny? To be entombed in a climate-controlled, humidity-regulated vault, watched over by armed guards. This is the logic of the ultra-wealthy. An object's value peaks only once it becomes useless. It's no longer a bicycle. It is a gleaming, imprisoned soul. But that was just the appetizer. Next, we journey to the final, desperate frenzy of a dying empire. We aren't looking at a machine or a jewel. We're looking at an egg. But this wasn't just a trinket. It was an egg powerful enough to shatter a dynasty. We're plunging deeper into the abyss. If the first two gifts were the whims of the eccentric, the next two were bought with the blood and sweat of an entire nation. St. Petersburg, Christmas Eve, 1885. Tsar Alexander III was obsessed with outdoing the world. He commissioned Fabergé, the most brilliant jeweler alive, to craft a secret. The result? A platinum egg. On the outside, it looked deceptively simple, even plain. But hidden within that shell was a level of craftsmanship so intricate, it would redefine luxury forever. On Christmas Eve, the Empress peeled back the layers. Inside the shell, a golden yolk. Within the yolk, a golden hen. And hidden in the hen's belly, a miniature crown encrusted with diamonds. It was a mechanical Russian doll of pure gold. The Empress was captivated, and a 30-year, blood-soaked tradition was born. But beneath the gold lies a suffocating irony. While the Tsar squandered fortunes on these mechanical toys, his people were starving. Outside the palace, commoners stood in sub-zero temperatures, begging for moldy bread. The Romanovs paid for their extravagance with their lives, but the egg survived. Today, a single imperial egg can fetch $33 million at auction for a toy that helped topple an empire. Number 4, push the definition of price to the limits of human endurance. In 19th century India, the Maharaja of Baroda commissioned a masterpiece that remains unrivaled, the Baroda pearl carpet. At over 2 meters long, this isn't fabric. It's a field of gems. It is woven with over 1 million natural pearls, each one hand-selected for perfection. Stitched into the design are thousands of rubies, emeralds, and diamonds. Its weight alone is staggering. Imagine hundreds of artisans hunched in the shadows, their vision fading as they stitched millions of gems into velvet, thread by agonizing thread. Today, this carpet is valued at over $50 million. What does a price tag like that actually mean? It means that if you were to walk across it, every single footstep would be worth the price of a supercar. The heartbreak lies in what happened next. After the prince's death, this masterpiece was discarded. His descendants sold it off like common scrap. A nation's soul, locked in an auction house display case. When a gift stops being about love and starts being about ego, its beauty takes on a bloody stain. But our third entry belongs to a different realm entirely. This isn't just a display of wealth, it's a cursed offering, and its exorbitant price is paid in human lives. We're digging into the most unsettling truths on this list. The previous gifts were monuments to waste and labor. But these next two, they confront something darker, our deepest fears, and the hollow void of human loneliness. Number 3, a Christmas gift that arrived with a death invitation, the Hope Diamond. During the 1911 holiday season, American socialite Evelyn McLean received this 45-carat, deep blue stone from her husband. Its color is as hypnotic and mysterious as the abyss. But beneath the surface lies a legend that terrified Europe's nobility for centuries. Anyone who owns it is doomed. Evelyn laughed at the curse. She mocked it, wearing the diamond to lavish parties, and even hanging it on her dog's collar. Then, the darkness set in. Within years, her son was killed in a car accident. Her husband suffered a mental collapse and died in a sanatorium. Her daughter ended her own life. By the end, the family fortune was gone, and the McLean name was synonymous with ruin. The Hope Diamond didn't just cost money, it cost her everything. Today, the diamond is valued at over $250 million, enough to buy a small naval fleet. But for Evelyn, it became her only companion, a cold testament to a shattered family. Now it sits behind bulletproof glass at the Smithsonian. Perhaps that's where it belongs. If curses are too mystical for you, our runner-up reveals a more modern form of darkness, the high cost of absolute isolation. A custom-built Boeing 747, a gift for a Middle Eastern prince. This isn't just a jet, it's a flying fortress of gold. Delivered during the winter holidays, its cabin is a labyrinth of marble, rare leather, and 24-karat trim. It features a 10-seat formal dining hall, a private cinema, and the ultimate absurdity, an onboard garage with a hydraulic lift to house his Rolls-Royce. Total value? $600 million to bring your palace to the clouds. But beneath the gold lies a modern tragedy. When your palace glides at 30,000 feet, your connection to the real world is severed. This tycoon's family lives within a gilded cage, drifting from one airport to the next, never truly touching the earth. This gift buys the ultimate comfort, but it also buys the ultimate exile. They aren't traveling, they're hiding. All of this pales in comparison to the final offering, a gift born of death, love, and agonizing regret. It drained the soul of an empire and became a prison for its own creator. At last, the pinnacle. This was a gift of eternity, but its price was the total collapse of a glorious civilization. Number 1, the ultimate monument to death and obsession, the Taj Mahal. In 17th century India, Emperor Shah Jahan lost his wife, Mumtaz Mahal, to the shadows of childbirth. In his grief, he didn't just build a tomb, he declared war on time itself. This was a colossal, nationwide sacrifice. Jahan conscripted 20,000 master craftsmen and a literal army of elephants to haul white marble from hundreds of kilometers away. Inside, the walls are a mosaic of the world, jade from China, sapphires from Sri Lanka, and coral from the depths of Arabia. What is this worth today? Estimates put the price tag at over $1 billion US. But money was the cheapest price paid. To fund this perfect gift, Shah Jahan bled his empire dry. He emptied the treasury, crushed his people with impossible taxes, and ignited a famine that claimed millions. He built a paradise for the dead, while the living starved in the dust. The final twist is the most devastating. As the masterpiece neared completion, Shah Jahan's own son seized the throne. The once mighty emperor was thrown into a cold tower in Agra Fort. His sentence? 8 years of silence. From behind iron bars, his only window to the world was a narrow view of the white marble gift he had sacrificed an empire to build. He spent his final days staring at the tomb from a distance, a paradise he created, but was never allowed to enter. This is the chilling truth behind history's most expensive gift. It was meant to symbolize undying love, but it became the chains that imprisoned his life. 7 insane gifts, one haunting question. We've journeyed from an $8 million diamond to a $1 billion tomb. We've seen gifts that shattered families, gifts that severed souls from the world, and gifts that watched empires crumble in their dazzling glow. It forces us to ask, is a gift's true value found in its price tag, or in the burden it leaves behind? In the world of the ultra-wealthy, money is a weapon used to fight off emptiness. But as we've seen, the most expensive possessions often become the heaviest chains. So, here is the choice. If you had $1 billion, would you build a miracle for the world to marvel at? Even if it left you bankrupt and alone? Or would you choose a quiet night with the people you love, unwrapping a $10 box of chocolates that actually tastes like warmth? Tell me in the comments, what was the most unforgettable or even heartbreaking gift you received this year? If you want more deep dives into the dark side of luxury, subscribe and hit that notification bell. Merry Christmas. May your gifts always carry love, never a burden.